We're about to talk about everyone's least favorite thing in Hollywood right now. The main reason that there is a strike currently, and that is AI-generated voices.
I hate it so much!
And if it's okay to use them. And this is actually popping up more because there is this YouTube creator named Egan Tilgman, I think is how you say his name. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing his name wrong. Who is this animator on YouTube. He doesn't have a lot of videos, but there's one video that he's done that stood out amongst the others. And that is one that he released a week ago. It's a 10-minute fan film of the original Scooby-Doo Where Are You cartoons called Springtrap, where it is a crossover between Scooby-Doo and Five Nights at Freddy's. And it's in kind of more of like, you know those Rankin Bass Christmas specials and that kind of, you know, like stop animation thing? That's basically what you get here. And Egan is being criticized because, well, he used AI voices.
I can't believe you've done this.
Fred, Daphne, Velma, they're all AI. However, he did pay $10 to a guy on TikTok because he did a really good Shaggy impression, and Egan himself learned to do a really good Scooby-Doo impression, so Scooby-Doo is played by Egan. There was one person in particular that caught the eye of this video and decided to speak out about it, and that is Gray Delisle, I think is how you say it. You may know her as the current voice actress to Daphne Blake in a lot of the Scooby-Doo projects that are coming out. And she has completely just denounced this man. Like, she just does not like him at all. I mean, here's another video which was created by Vale Ski Bum that I watched where he reads you her tweet about the situation.
I will never ever work for this person, and I am sharing their name with every voice actor I know.
When you think about it in general, I think it's really uncalled for. Because Egan is an indie creator who doesn't have a lot of budget, and yeah, he did spend $10 for one person to do a Shaggy voice, but that doesn't mean that he is just able to throw money at anybody else to do voices. As a matter of fact, this was made more not only to pay homage to the old cartoon that is like the most popular version of these characters, but to almost kind of do it in more of a joking way. And the whole AI thing, he's also said in a community page that he doesn't really support AI all that much either. It's just, in this case, that's what he had to do, because as an independent artist, how are you going to pay people to do things when you don't have money in the first place? It's a little bit different than when you work in Hollywood and you have companies that can pay you what you're worth when doing the job that you're asked to do, whereas in this situation, he wouldn't be able to do that, and even the guy he paid $10 to do the Shaggy voice was probably just more of like a, you know, I'm not going to ask much, it's more of a favor thing, and I just appreciate that you're giving me anything to begin with.
Hello, I like money.
But it seems that Egan is going to be re-recording this video with actual voice actors, which has made some people happy, although all in all, I don't think the hate is deserved here. I think this was just someone who was really a fan of the show and wanted to pay homage to that, was a fan of Five Nights at Freddy's, and wanted to bring those two universes together because, I mean, you know, even though I'm not a big Five Nights at Freddy's fan, I can see where you can mix Scooby-Doo and Five Nights at Freddy's together, and it kind of makes some sense in a way. Like, it was cool to see someone care about Scooby-Doo, because at this point, Warner Brothers just doesn't seem to give a fuck about it, especially after Velma.
I hate it so much!
And for someone like Gray to just kind of, you know, tell this 23-year-old that he shouldn't work and that he should be blacklisted all for just using AI voices in this small budget project, if there was really any budget at all. It's just kind of showing you where we're at, where I think this strike has torn a lot of people apart, and now the big, you know, I don't even want to say corporations, because it's more, we'll say the big voices are coming after the smaller voices and creators, and it's kind of just, it's almost like a gatekeeping incident at this point. It's like, you know, the whole thing with AI, it can work in certain areas, whereas, you know, I do see why the people who actually work in Hollywood are opposed to it. But in a situation like this, is it really that big of a deal?
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
Get your ass on, boy.
I still don't understand the logic of Gray and why she thought this was okay to say something like that when this guy was just, he does animation, which is something that he enjoys, and he just wanted to pay homage to something that he loved growing up. I mean, look at this. He's also got other things here, like, short videos. The 10-minute Scooby-Doo video is his longest video, but he's got Showtime, which is basically just a 4-second edit of the part in Beetlejuice where Michael Keaton says Showtime.
It's showtime.
He has a 31-second video called Ghost Faces, where it's the Spider-Man meme where they're pointing at each other, but it's just ghost faces. There's no sound. It's just that for 31 seconds. And he's got this almost minute-long video that says Au revoir, Pee-wee, which was made 13 days ago, which was around the time that Pee Wee Herman himself, Paul Reubens, passed away, and was just kind of paying, a little homage to Pee Wee.
Why don't you go fuck yourself, Dad?
And those videos, as short as they are, probably still take a lot of time. So you gotta think, with this 10-minute video needing to be a little bit more than just, oh, here's one clip, he had to put a story together, he had to come up with things, he had to write the script, and to be honest with you, it turned out great. I would definitely recommend watching it. I'm going to link the video in the description below because, again, I think this is amazing. It's got 1.1 million views already, but for those people who love the old school Scooby-Doo, it will take you back. I remember watching this and being like, wow, I feel like I'm a kid again watching those old Scooby-Doo Or Are You reruns. And like I said, with the Rankin Bass animation, it kind of makes you feel festive in a way, because usually when you see those animations, it's Christmas time and you're watching the Christmas specials like Rudolph and Santa Claus is Coming to Town, A Year Without Santa Claus.
Fuck you, Santa!
So, what do you think about this situation? I'm giving you my 2 cents, but in the comments below, you can tell me, was Egan in the wrong here using AI, or is this something that was just blown too out of proportion? And, it's like, hey, he could have done a lot worse, and yet people want him canceled for simply doing a project, not having the budget to do it, and using the resources around him that he knew he can afford, and just, doing what he does best, and that's animation. And the fact that he is re-recording this with actual voice actors shows you how much he cares, and he can take the criticism and use that to build himself. And to that, I applaud him, because he could have just said, fuck you guys, you don't understand, but he completely gave his side of the story, said, I understand it's not necessarily the best time to be using AI right now, but you gotta put yourself in my shoes where I'm at. And he also says that he doesn't like AI voices, and now he's working to, I guess, be able to get better, and also, being able to hire people. I mean, this video with its view count, I would assume he's now made enough to where he's going to pay voice actors for the whole thing, rather than just, oh, here's a guy for Shaggy, and I'll do Scooby-Doo. So yeah, you meddling kids, that's it for me. Stay safe out there, and I will catch you all in the next one.
Like wow, my favorite. A double, triple-decker sardine and marshmallow fudge sandwich. Open the mouth, between the gums. Look out, stomach, here it comes.